The client portal is a feature in Mercury that allows your clients to log into an opportunity and essentially enter their own financial and personal details in there. It's really good to prevent double handling of client data, but it's not for every client. Most people have found that younger clients kind of expect that sort of thing, to be able to access an online system whenever they're free and fill in their own details. So for younger clients, it's quite an effective tool. It's best used in a scenario where both applicants are working together on the loan. The login that you will give your clients will allow them to see all applicant details. So if it's maybe a guarantor and an applicant, you probably wouldn't use the client portal because the applicant would be able to see all of the guarantor's financial information. We'll take a look at how to set the client portal up from scratch. You have complete control over the client's usernames and passwords and whether they have access to the opportunity or not. We'll start off by adding a new person. Alright, so we've saved those details and we'd now click on Client Portal Setup. And this is where you would give the client a username, which is always their email address, and set their password for them. And to enable access, you'd tick Access Enabled. And that means they now have a log-on to access the client portal. Now obviously we need to tell the client which opportunity to access, and the way you would do that is create the opportunity first. So Jane this is her first home loan with you. So we've got a blank opportunity there, and at this point you can send a link to the client portal and the client can fill in all the details themselves. So we'd go back to the client record that we have, go to the opportunity section, and now you'll see that Jane has one opportunity listed and it has its own unique client portal link. So this unique link here dictates which opportunity Jane will actually be editing. As a demo, we'll just copy the link by clicking this button, and you can now paste the link into a web browser. So if I right click and paste, this is exactly what Jane would see when she comes to log in. So back in Mercury, we'll have a look at how we would send this information to Jane. To make sure we're sending the right link to Jane, we actually need to enter the opportunity. And what we would do is send an email from Mercury with the link inside. So to do that, you click on the notes, add a note here and tick send as email. Here we can just type the email for Jane. Alright, so now we can click on this button here called Client Portal Link, and that will insert the link that will take them directly to this opportunity that we're in. You'd also give Jane her username and password, so that's just her email address and the password. So again, at any time you can deactivate the login, so even if she still has the password, she won't be able to make any further changes. So if you're halfway through submitting a loan application, you can make sure that Jane can't go in and make changes to any of the financial information in there. The information you enter or Jane enters into an opportunity is audited, so at any stage we can find out who has made changes, just from a compliance perspective. So in this email you might want to just elaborate a bit and explain that Jane can enter her own financial information in here. You might want to set up an email template that has all of this information and then just add the Launch Client Portal link after you've applied the template. Okay, so that one's good to go. As soon as we send that, Jane will receive the email, click on the link, and it'll take her to the exact same page we were at before, and let her log in. So we'll log in as Jane now and see what she would be seeing. And this is what the client portal looks like. So it doesn't actually look like Mercury. It's got a different interface here, but it's basically as simple as filling out the details, all of the contact details, any addresses, and then just working through these tabs. So anything that Jane enters in here will come across to Mercury. Just as a demo, we'll enter some details in here. And they just continue entering their information through all of these tabs until they're ready to submit. They get an opportunity to give any comments that they'd like to add. So going back into Mercury, it's good to point out that you shouldn't be editing the client's details or the details in the client's opportunity while they're working on it. Whoever clicks on Save last will overwrite all of the data. So if your client's working on the client portal and you're also in the opportunity, if they finish entering all their details, send it off, and then you're in the opportunity and click Save and Exit, it will overwrite everything that they've done with blank information that you were looking at in the opportunity. We'll take a look at what's actually come through here. So we've got the addresses, all of the information we entered, some of the financial details, and if they've entered any details relating to the assets and liabilities, they'll come through as well. Once you get the email, it's probably best to go back to the client and disable their client portal access. Just untick this box here, just in case they have the urge halfway through the loan process to go and make some changes. That wouldn't be too helpful. So that's about it for Client Portal. Thanks for watching.